The three primary SMR movements to foam roll out that we should be doing every day are working on our quads, adductors, and lats. So for the quads, we're going to start with the foam roller just above our knee, one leg on the ground, and we're going to roll nice and slow side to side. As soon as you feel it roll over a bump, go nice and slow, and then slowly back the other direction. And we're going to spend about 5 to 10 passes just above the knee, taking our time. And then after 5 or 10 passes, we're just going to go an inch or two up the quad and do 3 or 5 passes here. So again, nice and slow. Once you feel it roll over the meat of the muscle, slowly rolling back. And then after 3 to 5 passes, continue to move up your quad. So we're going to keep doing 3 to 5 passes all the way till we get to the hip. If you find a spot that needs a little bit more love, a little bit more attention, you can spend a little bit more time. You can even just spend some time letting the weight of your quad press into the foam roller. And then when it feels like it releases, continue to keep rolling. So the first thing we're going to do is the quad roll. And we're going all the way up to our hip. And then once we finish one side, we can either switch into the other quad, or we can stay on the same side and work on the second one, which is going to be for the adductors. Now for the adductors, I'm going to roll back to my knee. And this time I'm going to turn so that the inside of my legs on the foam roller. You can pull the outside of the foam roller up a little bit to change the angle. And we're going to start the same way by slowly going side to side, rolling almost to our quad, and then all the way back to the side of our leg, almost onto our quad, and then back to the side of the leg. And then once we get 5 or 10 passes going side to side, then we're going to switch for our adductors, and we're going to move ourselves 2 inches up the foam roller and 1 inch back. 2 inches up, 1 inch back. And we're going to keep doing this until we get to the top of the thigh. 2 inches down, 1 inch back, 2 inches up, 1 inch back. And then we get to the top of the thigh. If you want to go back all the way down and start over, you can. And that's the second one, that's for the adductor. And then we can switch into the other leg, quad and adductor on that side. And then for the lat, we're going to start by lying on our side and starting just underneath our shoulder with our other hand extended. We're going to roll all the way to our back and then all the way onto our chest. So we're rolling side to side from our back to our chest, and we're working out all these muscles, our lats, our teres minor, our teres major, this whole group of lateral chain muscles that can get really tight. And then if you feel a spot, you can slowly go over that spot, 3 to 5 passes, and then continue to roll yourself up the foam roller. So the foam roller moves down the rib cage, 3 to 5 passes. And then we're going all the way down to the mid back. You can also try rolling up and down a little bit and seeing how that feels. But for the most part, we're working on that side-to-side motion for the lats. So give those 3 a try. Those are the 3 primary SMR. So we should be doing those every day. If we're doing them and there's a little bit of sensation, because we have tight muscles, or we have tissue that's bound up, or fascial restrictions, then just move over those nice and slowly, so there might be some intensity. The more that we restore the tissue, the less there should be intensity, so we should be able to put a decent amount of pressure into our soft tissue without there being too much intensity. So if you're doing it every day, helping the tissue to stay healthy, then it should progressively feel better. Some days after a big squat day, a big deadlift day, you might be tight. Maybe your lats are tight from a lot of pull-ups or toes to bar. Then they might get tight, so you want to roll it out and restore the tissue. So give those 3 a try.